Find your inner strength.
Once we launch my purse line, we'll be on our way to giving the Kardashians a run for their money. I'm gonna shake things up.
A cycle of anger isn't healthy.
I'll be healthy again, as soon as I make a couple of cheaters pay for blowing up my life.
There were a number of times when you, or a member of your family, needed a favor. This is a situation where you owe me one. Have a nice rest.
Last week on Beyond the Gates, Nicole is taking her single-woman era to the max. Daphnee is back in front of the camera. Shanice and Ted make plans for Valentine's Day, and Carlton gets a surprise for his surprise. Let's talk about it. Nicole is thriving in her single-woman era, and we are absolutely here for it. She and Keall go on a date, the vibes are vibing, and then, plot twist, Carlton spots them at the Uptown. He's back in town to surprise his mother, only to catch her locking lips with her new boo. And Nicole doesn't stutter. She explains she's out with Keall, and if Carlton doesn't like it, he has options. Respectfully, good. Because the way some of these men on this show think they can control grown women's lives. Nah. And of course, the night doesn't end at the Uptown. Nicole heads back to Keall's swanky place to heat things up. She's outside. She's glowing. She's living. Danny's back. After Chelsea announces her engagement to Bill rushes over to Danny's to deliver the news like he's the town crier. Andre answers the door and tells Bill to kick rocks. Bill tries to sun him. Andre bucks right back. I love a man who can hold his ground without doing the most. Danny steps in, listens, and credit where it's due handles it with maturity. She tells Bill she's happy for Chelsea and she'll talk to her when they meet up. Bill gets a call about Hailey and has to run off, because of course he does. Then Danny agrees to model for Tatum Stewart's line geared toward mature women and women who want affordable fashion. She has reservations, but she pushes through and shows up anyway. The press conference at her place. That was Danny at her best, poised, polished, and ready to reclaim her lane. And when that nasty, bald, aging reporter tried to hit her with the ageist mess, Danny elegantly and gracefully put him in his place. Period. Kudos to Karla Mosley, because she earned Performer of the Week off those scenes alone. Hailey gets desperate. Hailey is obsessed with Danny. Obsessed. And because she also needs to yank Bill's attention back onto her like his a leash, she goes and consorts with Lynette, who proceeds to punch her in the face. Hard. They rush her to the hospital, claiming she was mugged, and yes, it works. But Lynette is definitely up to something. The show also teases that she has a past with Randy, so I'll be seated to see where that thread lands. Also, Bill still has eyes for his ex. He practically forgot Hailey existed when he saw Danny's press conference. Hailey had to fake pain to get his focus back. And I'm sorry, but this story direction gives me whiplash. The grifter act is old. Let's wrap it up already. Jacob crosses into dangerous territory. Jacob meets with a shady character in an alley, and to join the team, he must prove himself by collecting a debt owed to someone. Now, Jacob is cute in his little thug life act. Not very believable, but I did feel the danger creeping in. And based on the previews, we might finally be getting some of what we've been asking for. Actual movement, actual stakes, actual this could go left fast. I'm still sat to see where it goes. Ted and Shanice make plans. Carlton takes out his frustrations on Shanice and later Nicole, along with the chief of staff. He is a red flag. Sorry. He is. Ted sticks up for Shanice and pulls Carlton aside, and notice he didn't have that same energy for a man, but I'm not getting on a soapbox this week. Then Ted does what Ted does. Shanice forgives him. And suddenly she's back to being dazzled by his gift like she's never had anything nice before. Insert eye roll. Nicole catches the gift-giving moment, and I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure Nicole and Ted are endgame. These two are going to circle back, and we all know it. Leslie, the cartoon, goes to the casino to try to squeeze info out of Joey about Marcel. Leslie is pathetic right now and not in the fun messy way. In the what are we doing here way. Which is unfortunate. Because as someone who used to love her, this version is not giving. Thoughts on the week. This week was good again. Anastasia coming in as a rival for the Duprees was a nice shake-up. but I'm not sure I buy her family as the rival yet. We'll see. The introduction of a major health crisis within the Dupree family has tested Daphnee and Andre's union. Following Anita Dupree's breast cancer diagnosis, Daphnee and her daughter Naomi both tested positive for the BRCA gene. This heavy, emotional storyline has brought Daphanee's past back into the orbit of her present. Val Jean noted that the cancer story would inevitably pull Bill Hamilton closer to the Dupree family, setting the stage for a classic love triangle. Bill and Daphnee have a 30-plus year connection, and he is familiar to her, even though he is also toxic for her. He's her go-to sometimes when things get really, really tough, Val Jean explained, before affirming the strength of Daphanee's current relationship. At the same time, she loves Andre with her whole entire heart. And why wouldn't she? He's wonderful. This evolution from a short-lived rebound to a genuine love match is precisely the digging in mostly hinted at. The writers, rather than forcing Daphnee back to Bill, are honoring the chemistry by writing a more complex, realistic dilemma. A woman torn between the comfort of a toxic history and the health of a passionate present. The art of playing Daphnee. Portraying a character as big as Daphnee Dupree requires a unique kind of strength, something Mosley has found in the most unlikely of places, motherhood. In interviews surrounding the show's launch, Mosley revealed that she is naturally an introvert who would rather go upstairs and curl up under a blanket when things get intense. Daphnee, by contrast, doesn't shrink, and she doesn't hide. To bridge that gap, Mosley tapped into the power she discovered while giving birth to her two daughters, Aurora Imani and Willa Josephine, both of whom were born at home upstairs in a pool. Once you go through that 2 times, you're like, oh, I have some strength I didn't know I had, she told People magazine. That primal strength allowed her to inhabit Daphanee's fearlessness, whether she was landing a sucker punch on her rival or navigating the complex emotions of a surprise marriage. That strength also allows Mosley to trust her instincts regarding her co-stars. She has praised the cast for their ability to draw into a deep place so quickly that the relationships are sort of just writing themselves. This is precisely what happened with Freeman. The trust they shared on set created a feedback loop of performance. The writers saw the chemistry, wrote to it, and the actors used that material to deepen their connection further. A changing tide in daytime. Mosley's ability to influence her storyline is also indicative of the changing landscape of daytime television. Beyond the Gates is not just a new show, it is a cultural reset. As the first black-led soap opera on a major network in over 3 decades, it has opened the door for different kinds of stories and different kinds of collaborations between writers and casts. Mosley is acutely aware of this shift. Earlier this year, she noted that the industry is already changing because of the show's success. I see it already shifting, the storytelling on other soaps who are now recognizing the beauty in telling different kinds of stories, she observed. In this environment, where authenticity is paramount, it makes sense that a producer like Michele Val Jean, herself a veteran writer known for trusting her characters,